Welcome back to Healthy Don't Hurt. It's Tuesday, back with a new video because you know I got that dog in me. Alrighty guys, let's cut straight to the work. So today's video is about a wife that divorced her husband after getting laid off and getting pregnant. This article is from Business Insider. Let's get our fork and knife ready and dig in. So it states, my husband convinced me to get pregnant. I had the baby, got laid off and left him. I'm happy with all of my decisions. For almost 10 years, my husband and I lived a good life. We weren't rich, but we always had enough and we had a lot of fun. He's American and we met during his working holiday in New Zealand, my home country. We hit it off instantly. Within 3 months, we were living together, engaged, and planning our future. Life was sunny. Pretty early on, we agreed to not have kids. This sat well with me as I never wanted to be a mother. Instead, as we always used to say, we celebrated life every day. This meant alcohol, enjoying good food, visiting the beach, and indulging in our hobbies. We also bought an old house together, adopted a few cats, and even got married. Our relationship was built on having carefree fun, but my life hasn't turned out how I expected it to. At 37, I wanted to be running a successful business, happily married, and traveling in my spare time. Instead, I'm a single mother to a 2-year-old, divorced, jobless, and living in my childhood home. I'm so broke that I've had to let strangers live in the house we bought because I can't afford to pay utilities or the mortgage. All this happened because my now ex-husband convinced me to have a baby. At the time, I knew it was a bad idea and that we weren't in a strong or healthy place in our marriage, but saying no felt like depriving my best friend of his heart's desire. I have always been an opportunist, willing to give anything a go, and I enjoy learning new skills. I felt I would approach motherhood in the same way. When he asked to have a baby, I was working for a great company with amazing perks and loving life. He worked the night shift in the factory. Although the pay and progression were good, it wasn't the future he had envisioned. He became dark and depressed, then decided that a baby would make him happy. I eventually agreed. Having a baby wasn't the dream my husband expected. Our daughter was born with silent reflux, meaning stomach acid rose up her esophagus. For almost 5 months, I put her down only to change her diaper. We barely slept, me and the baby, yet it was my ex who couldn't cope. He became bitter and neglectful, refusing to help with anything and calling me lazy when I asked. I knew the most important thing was our child's safety and happiness, and if she couldn't have that with 2 parents, I would have to get it done with one. I asked him to leave, and eventually, when our baby was 8 months old, he did, moving back to the U.S. I bought out his share of the house. Luckily, I was able to work from home with my baby. Despite working hard and being promoted, I was caught up in a mass layoff a few months later. Last in, first out, they said. In just over a year, I had become a mom, left my husband, and lost my dream job. My income went from 82,000 New Zealand dollars, or about $50,000, to a government benefit that just pays my mortgage. I let strangers, an immigrant family, live in my house and pay my utilities while I share a bedroom with my daughter in my childhood home. Instead of putting her in a child care facility and finding a new job, I made use of the government benefits, reduced my bills, and embraced the multi-generational family home. I chose to focus on my daughter and not my career. I could not be happier. Becoming a mother changed my priorities, and being her only caregiver strengthened my resolve to raise her well. I feel strongly that having a stable, loving, and attentive caregiver is most important for babies, far more important than money. So far, it's proving true. At 2 years old, my daughter is toilet trained, has an advanced vocabulary, knows more than half of the alphabet, and can count into double digits. She uses manners, has minimal screen time, and is comfortable with other people. Seeing her thrive makes me proud, and thanks to her and being divorced and laid off, I have renewed relationships with my family. Being a mom has made me realize that one of the most important things we can do for our children is to develop a strong, safe, and loving relationship with them. We need to be present to do that. I can start a business at any age, but I can't get this time back once it's gone. That's why I am embracing this situation with joy and thanks every day. Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and break this down. So it sounds like to me like they had rushed into things way too fast, baby included. And it does seem like they were traveling, they were eating good food, drinking good drinks. I like to party, so I'm not judging. But agreeing to have a baby with a man you just met is kind of nuts. It's completely bananas. Now, the father was working overnight in the factory. She got laid off from her job. Cool. So dad's working overnight. She's with the baby overnight. She mentioned that, they were up all night because the baby has some type of condition with the acid reflux, which prayers for the baby. I hope your baby fully recovers and is healthy. So if he's working overnight and you're up all night and the baby's up all night, the baby should be sleeping during the day, right? So if you're asking for help during the day and he just worked in a factory, normally they be running them 12-hour shifts. When does he get to sleep? So if he's calling you lazy, I think she left out some details. And this ain't me, I don't know for a fact, right? Because I'm not in the house. This is just me speculating. I think he called her lazy because he just worked 12 to 16 hours. And yeah, she was up all night, but the baby's got to sleep. So if she's sleeping when the baby's sleeping, she's not working, and she's asking for help when he's trying to sleep, that's probably why he called her lazy. Was it right for him to call her lazy? No. Name calling never helps, and that's the easiest way for things to escalate and for arguments to occur in a relationship. Now, moving forward. So she asked him to leave. Why would you ask the man of your dreams or the man of your life, the father of your children, to leave the home? And of course he agrees because he's in a totally different country. I would leave too. I don't know the rules, I don't know what New Zealand laws are. I'm going to do a little bit of research and let you guys know in the comment section. So you run the father of your child off, right? You run him out of the country, not only out of the house, out of the country. He's back in the U.S. I'm not sure what the child support laws are in New Zealand, but he probably got off the hook. And so you rent your house out to immigrants, which sounds like a solid-ish business move. Okay. But you move back in with your parents. She claims it's a generational home. She moved back in with her parents. So you rented out the house that you got with your ex-husband, which is the father of your children that you just ran off. Very stupid move because fathers are so important. You're totally going to regret that later. And now you're living with your parents, and you're not working, and you're okay with it because you're living off of passive income that you're getting from the house that you're renting. Now, all of that is fine, besides the father being out of the picture and running him off. I think you guys should have found some type of way to be, civil for the betterment of the child. But you can't blame your shortcomings on the father. You could have still created a business. You still could have traveled and even ate good food and achieved your dreams with a child. People do it all the time. And actually, to be honest with you, so many mothers out there use their child as motivation to evolve and catapult their career or their business. You hear great comeback stories all the time of mothers doing this. And it's kind of sad and unfortunate that he gets 100% of the blame. Does he have a major part of things falling apart? Absolutely. But as far as you moving back into your mom's house, losing your job, and, etc., most of that sounds like it's on you. I did say most, not all, and I am glad she stayed there for the kid. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please hit the like button and subscribe to support more content like this. Have a great night.